Trump immigration plan shifts focus from family to merit. Washington, D.C. unveiling a new immigration plan. President Donald Trump aims to end decades of family-based immigration policy with a new approach that favors younger, totally brilliant, high-skilled workers he says won't compete for American jobs. Trump's sweeping immigration plan is more a campaign document than anything else. If the White House attempts to stretch beyond the build-the-wall rhetoric that swept the president to office but may not be enough to deliver him a second term. As Trump heads into re-election season, his campaign sees the plan as a way to help him look more reasonable on a signature issue than he often seems and to cast Democrats as blocking him. That Congress Trump's Rose Garden address were tempered. By Friday morning, while he requested Democratic support, Trump fired off tweets about that Congress moving into the United States, and how they will be removed. Border Patrol is apprehending record numbers of people at the southern border. The vast Congress, of which there are many, are being detained and will be sent home, Trump tweeted. All people that are illegally coming into the United States now will be removed from our country at a later date as we build up our removal forces and as the laws are changed. Please do not make yourselves too comfortable, you will be leaving soon. Trump said Thursday that his new system, with points given for those with advanced degrees, job offers and other attributes, will make it exactly clear what standards we ask you to achieve. Nowadays, we discriminate against genius, he said, using a softer tone than his usual fiery campaign rallies. We discriminate against brilliance. We won't anymore once we get this passed. Even before the speech, Democrats, whose votes would be needed for any bill to be approved by the divided Congress, had the effort and questioned the Republican Party's commitment to families. Pelosi responds, are they saying family is without merit? Asked House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Are they saying most of the people who've come to the United States in the history of our country are without merit because they don't have an engineering degree? Pelosi continued, certainly we want to attract the best to our country. But she says merit is a condescending word that means merit in the eyes of Donald Trump. Trump's new plan has been months in the making, a project of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who has been meeting privately with business groups, religious leaders and conservatives to find common ground among Republicans on an issue that has long divided the party. Kushner has long complained that many advocates on the immigration issue are very clear about what they're against, but have much more trouble articulating what they're for. Kushner set out to create a proposal that Republicans might be able to rally around, his mission to give the president and his party a clear platform heading into the 2020 elections. Son-in-law at work. Trump didn't mention his son-in-law at work during the address but noticed that the proposal wasn't written by politicians. Instead, the president said it had input from law enforcement personnel. It also had echoes of White House senior advisor Kushner Miller, who wants to push down the country's immigration levels and has driven much of the administration's policy. As part of the plan, officials want to shore up ports of entry to ensure all vehicles and people are screened and to create a self-sustaining fund, paid for with increased fees, to modernize ports of entry. The plan also calls for building border wall in targeted locations and continues to push for an overhaul to the U.S. asylum system, with the goal of processing fewer applications and more quickly removing people who don't qualify. In addition, the plan includes a proposal to allow public donations to pay for the president's long-promised border wall. The plan does not address what to do about the millions of immigrants already living in the country illegally, including hundreds of thousands of young dreamers brought to the U.S. as children, a top priority for Democrats. Nor does it reduce overall rates of immigration, as Miller and many conservative Republicans would like. Republicans in Congress who were briefed on the plan by Kushner and Miller earlier this week welcomed, but did not fully embrace, the approach. Some of those up for re-election, including Senator Susan Collins of Maine, objected to its failure to account for the young dreamers. At its core, the proposal would fundamentally overhaul how the country for decades has approached immigration. The country has long placed a preference on providing green cards to family members of immigrants. Under the Trump plan, the country would award the same number of green cards as it now does, about 1 million annually. Thus far more would go to exceptional students, professionals and people with high-level and vocational degrees. Factors such as age, English language ability and employment offers would also be considered. Fewer green cards for families. Far fewer green cards would be given to people with relatives already in the U.S. They would be reserved just for immediate family members. Trump mentioned spouses and children rather than parents and adult siblings. 57% would be awarded on merit as opposed to the current 12%. Our plan is pro-American, pro-immigrant and pro-worker, Trump said, saying it contrasts with what he called Democrats' support of chaos. Mark Krikorian, Executive Director of the Center for Immigration Studies, which advocates for lower immigration rates, welcomed the very positive efforts that were undermined by the embrace of the current very high level of immigration. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.